Welcome back to No Contest. More than just a behind-the-scenes series, it's Stab and Red Bull's deep dive into the cultural richness, the unique charm, and the radical local characters that make each of the 11 stops on the World Championship Tour special.
Wow. That would have been a 10.
From Tahiti to California, it's an 8-hour flight, while for surfers coming from the ISA World Surfing Games in Miyazaki, Japan, a 2-hour flight and layover in Tokyo, then a 10-hour overnight to LAX. Before making the drive to the Freshwater Pro in Lemoore, we're headed 2 hours south of Los Angeles. San Clemente and Lower Trestles have been the cultural and industrial beating heart of California surfing for decades. And for the last 30 years, no one has pushed high-performance progression more aggressively and with more attitude than a man known formally as Mayhem. Owner and founder of Lost Surfboards, Matt Biolas.
I just think that San Clemente is just a hub. I mean, you know, Velzy and Hobie and all those guys. The magazines used to both be here. Herbie started Astro Deck in that little shed right there.
Really?
Yeah.
And then
This is Timmy Patterson's. That was Basham's. He's been here for 40 years. Up until a year ago, Dewey Weber was on the corner there, his son Shay. Cole's right around the corner. McElroy was here. Sparky started Rainbow Sandals 100 yards from here. Everyone was here. Now it's cutting, so there's like less brands, and the brands that are there are bigger.
I have more shapers working.
Yeah, and we employ a lot of the shapers. Oh, there's someone here. This hot chick right there, that poster was here when I got here in the 80s. We like to say that she's someone's grandma now, you know? I remember being 17 and walking in here asking for a job, and I never left. So yeah, this is the original. This is the old Herbie Fletcher factory. I showed up in 87. So it's been continuously building surfboards for 45 plus years, almost going on 50 years.
You guys bought the back cover and did covers.
Yeah, we did like 6 of them. Gorkin's back. And then here's the Mason one.
Oh, wow.
A Lost Rider finally gets a cover shot. This one actually came true. Slater funds new world tour from his own pocket. We knew it all along.
What was it like to find out that those 3 kids got the wild card into the contest? Does it add pressure to you?
The size of the team right now, it's kind of big, but it happened naturally. So it's Chloe, Griffin, Yago, Michael, Johan, Duru, and then Carissa, of course, Caroline, Coco, Macy, Callahan from Australia. Usually there's a local trials for a wild card. So here they just went straight for the kids. And you know, the first one to get the call was Cade, and then Crosby, and now Jet. Someone's gonna do some damage, which is really cool for the WSL. They're really trying to make it like kind of be the California event. I mean, there's no pressure on them. They'll make some noise.
From Los Angeles, it's 200 miles to Lemoore in the San Joaquin Valley. The drive takes anywhere from 3 to 5 hours, depending on LA's gruesome traffic. Cuts through California's grapevine, then north through 100 or so miles of agricultural land, before you're hit with an unmistakable smell in cattle country that animal rights activists refer to as Cowschwitz, aka Harris Ranch. At 150 million pounds a year, it's the largest beef producer on the West Coast. Welcome to Lemoore, California. If you'd ever heard of this place before, it's probably because you stayed here at the Tachi Palace Casino. It's the closest hotel to Kelly's Pool, which is right over there.
Why is it in the middle of the desert? The whole setup is pretty bizarre. The whole surf ranch structure itself is a compound.
Do you think the neighbors know what the hell's going on here?
Well, I think they know that they can make some money with the parking in their front yards, which is a bonus. Takes the pressure off around Christmas time.
Yeah.
With limited parking on site, most ticket-holding fans are bused to the pool from the Tachi Palace, though the neighbors do have a good parking hustle going on out front.
So from the outside, you know, you're kind of like trying to get a look over the fence.
Kind of talking.
You really don't really know what's going on unless you enter the gates.
This is 18556 Jackson Avenue. 700 meters long and 150 meters wide, Kelly's Pool is actually a basin, an abandoned water ski lake that KS Waveco purchased in 2014 for $575,000. While other wave pools use tanks and air pressure, paddles, or plungers, Kelly's Wave is made using this massive 100-ton pulley-driven hydrofoil, lovingly known as the battleship or the train. It involves something like 150 truck tires and moves at 30 k's or 18 miles an hour. The foil cuts through the water, moving it to the side, not up, creating a soliton, or single wave that's hauntingly similar to an ocean wave, but more perfect, as it breaks over a contoured, spongy but stiff bottom that Slater himself designed.
This is the only thing I heard about from free surf.
Yeah.
Everyone. Did you see Iago's wave? Did you see Iago's wave? Did you? No way.
Look at this bell. Awesome.
Full speed.
And another reeler.
Wow. That's the win.
Crazy, huh?
That would have been a 10.
The initial pool's research, development, and construction reportedly cost something like $30 million, but we're told that you can get your own surf ranch from anywhere from $2 to $20 million, depending on the pool's size.
The wave itself is like the ring in Lord of the Rings. It just drives everyone mad. It is precious, and we all get a little smeagol like trying to get our own little piece of it.
Be the basin commentator.
You got my way.
I didn't
No,
get-
Louis got my way.
Louis, somebody else got your
Listen to
way.
Lane claim.
You had a wave.
My
He
wave.
had a wave.
Wave, did you watch?
Smeagol-esque.
Everyone becomes a grumpy.
Yeah, everyone's a monster.
How psyched are you when that contest is over and you can surf again without?
Oh, you think I can? Is that what you think? That's what everybody thinks, right? No, tell me what people think.
Strider's had more waves than Kelly. Not even an exaggeration, he's had more waves than Kelly.
Actually, tomorrow at 12:30, I'll be going live to the world
From the two.
on a priority wave on a left.
When you approach a wave, how do your fellow colleagues that you commentate with, what's their reaction?
100% bitterness.
Don't miss it.
What time? What time's your wave?
12:30.
12:30 on the dot?
Yeah, you guys need to blow that up.
In fact, he's kind of got a petition out there at the moment that he's getting people behind to let him poach the waves that people fall off in Championship Tour competition, which I don't mind because I feel like there's nothing worse than watching a wave go by 100.
It is but one of those places that you're never going to say no.
Yeah.
And if you do, you're tripping.
You have never wished for a dear friend to fall on a wave so bad. When you're in the pool poaching, that's what they call it when you sit down the line and you're trying to pick off the scraps and you're watching that person and you should be going, go man, go, and all you're thinking is please get caught behind, fall off, make the wrong decision.
You feel guilty?
I don't feel guilty at all, but only because I haven't had the opportunity to ride enough waves.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's all about me.
That's the one bummer for us with the wave, with that wave technology. You just can't ride enough waves. There's just not enough waves to go around.
Can you explain the format to this event?
With 54 surfers and only a few hundred waves to go around over 3 days of competition, the Freshwater Pro's format is, well, a little complicated. At least for most surfers.
Can either of you guys explain the format?
You need the 6'9".
No one can explain the contest format.
Are you confused? It's pretty simple.
No, I can't. Surf?
Yeah, I can't really. I think it's
It's new, it's changed, no one likes it. Change, that is.
You have the high scores, you get to surf the bonus round. There's the bonus round. There's the bonus round.
32 guys, or 34 plus the wild cards, breaks into 6-man heats. 1 and 2 make it, and then the back half can qualify through the leaderboard.
If you're in the top 24, you get a bonus wave. Everyone gets 2 more waves.
Basically, you have to stay in the top 24
On the leaderboard.
on the leaderboard.
It gets obviously more simple the less surfers that are in the mix. For me, still too many second chances.
Whoever has the highest totals in the top 8 are in the final.
If you're not in that top 8, you either got a 9th or a 13th.
In the top 4, everyone gets 1 extra right and 1 extra left. And then that's how you get your winner.
okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's the most pressure you're ever going to feel in an event.
Well, actually, last year I was really nervous
There's no other wave in the world that it's easier to fall on than this one.
because when you look at the crowd on the wall,
and you can't hide any of your indeficiencies.
Like, see yourself on the big screen.
You're just kind of hoping, like, okay, I hope my feet are in the wax, my board feels good.
If your fitness is off here, it's exposed.
I'm thinking about it now, the pressure for each of us without having ample practice. You can't go out of lowers and catch all the waves you want.
I watched Joe Parkinson almost throw up on the boat ramp just because of the anxiety of the event.
All right, Griffin, what does Chloe need on this wave?
I think like an 8.5. Yeah, there's a lot going through his head.
Go for it. Oh! Get back up there.
Gotta go big here. Wow.
Bang. Oh.
Oh my god, dude.
After 4 very long, dusty dry dock days watching perfect waves peel just out of our price range, we were more than eager to get back to the ocean.
Lowers or Lemoore?
Are you trying to compare the two?
It's hard to compare apples to oranges.
As a spectator, in person, this event is rad.
Kaloe was the first one to say this should be on tour.
For performance, honestly, for me, is out here.
He goes, well, think about it. It's better than 90% of waves on tour all the time.
Like, the wave's bigger than it looks online.
Yeah.
You're closer than you are at any other event.
Kelly's going to kick me in the ass, but I love lowers.
Yeah, lowers. Probably lowers.
Lowers.
I never did lowers, but I would love to surf lowers in a comp.
No question about it.
Lowers is iconic.
I've surfed there since I was 6 years old.
It's kind of the original little skate park and
Super rippable left and right.
got that point break feel to it, but with oncoming sections.
I think Trestles and Pipe are two kind of benchmark events.
It's like part of surfing history.
There's good right down, there's good lefts, and like you can do airs, big carves, and pretty much every turn in the book.
You could ask 1,000 people who watch the tour like really closely, and they all want it back on tour too.
And that was always such a pivotal point in like guys' world title campaigns and iconic heats and memorable moments. Yeah, I miss Trestles.
I think if you ask all the guys on tour if they wanted it back on tour, they want it for sure.
Whoever wins that event's like the best surfer in the world that year or whatever, you know, like that should be like equivalent as a world title because it's so, you have to be so well-rounded.
I think everyone thought that the tour decided like we're going to get rid of lowers and put the wave pool in, but Hurley dropped their sponsorship, the contract ran out, and they dropped their sponsorship for lowers and no one picked it up. So yeah.
From Lemoore, it's a 4 to 5 hour drive to perhaps the most iconic cobblestone A-frame in the world, Lower Trestles, once the CT's California flagship locale. And of course, any California road trip would be incomplete without a swing through everyone's favorite burger chain.
I really like Lowers, mainly because there's like an in and out about 20 minutes away.
What's your in and out order?
Double, animal style fries, grilled onions.
Number 1 with grilled onions.
Double, animal style, protein. I'll allow myself some fries.
People can have their animal thing or whatever.
Go double, cheeseburger, side of fries, vanilla milkshake, and another cheeseburger.
Double, side of fries with the Coca-Cola. 1 protein style, 1 normal hamburger, and a side of fries. I eat the protein style burger first and end with the bun.
Oh, definitely the number 1. Double cheeseburger, raw onion, and if I'm being naughty, chocolate milkshake. Chocolate milkshakes are the best, but they're so bad for you.
Oh, double.
Straight up.
Easy.
Have you hit it right out of the airport in LA?
Every time.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's the first stop I made as soon as I landed in LAX. Just got outside the airport, straight into a double. Yeah. Didn't even breathe. Just chucked it in. Two bites, 2 chews, and then just a big pelican swallow. Yeah. You could see it going down.
For decades, the barrier to entry at Lowers was simply the 30-minute walk or 15-minute pedal down the trail. While we settled into the long-haul walk down the Trestles Trail, the Groms made it to the point without breaking a sweat.
How long did that just take for you guys? Like 5 minutes. Yeah. That's a joke.
These days, the point looks more like a parking lot, and 2019 has been the year of the electric bike at Lower Trestles.
3 boards, wetsuit, lunch, water, wax, everything in my basket, and just talking to my boys, just like, you look so fun, or I'm psyching. Dude, I'll go down there like 3 times a day sometimes.
Just dipping back and forth.
Yeah, like if I break a board, I could go home. It's 8 minutes from my house to the point.
There's food for everybody. Please eat. You want a burger?
Get the boys some burgers.
I got dropped in on by the world champ longboarder girl, who's lovely and didn't see me. And then I got one wave and I bogged real hard on the turn and I came in and I'm gonna eat a burger. It's a beautiful evening in Southern California. We have 3 days left before we go to Europe. So we'll see you next episode. Thanks for coming to California. Hey guys, this is Kanoa Igarashi. Welcome to Red Bull Surfing's new YouTube channel where you can find all the behind the scenes action from All In, 21 Days, No Contest, and Red Bull Airborne. Click up here to subscribe and you can find plenty of more content on this side of the page.